So I'm not tipping anymore. I'm done. I'm out. Used to be you would give a tip if somebody gave exceptional service. When was the last time you got exceptional service anywhere? And it's just expected. They bring you the bill at the end and they're like, here, just fill this out. 20%, 25%. No, you did your job. They made food. You carried it to my table. You got me a Diet Coke. Thank you. That was your job. You don't get 25% because you did your job. And I'm not the bad guy here. I'm not. If you own a restaurant, just tell me what it costs. I don't want people to go hungry. What does it cost for me to get my food? And also so that the wait staff doesn't have to join the cartel, do some Lord of the Flies, Oliver Twist. Like, I want people to be taken care of. Just tell me what it costs.
Tipping culture makes no sense. How are you more mad at me for not tipping you well than mad at the company for underpaying you? Nigga paid you in handshakes and goodbyes. Now I get it. If you're mad at me for not tipping you at all, valid, you got it. People are getting mad now for tipping you less than what they expected. Why are you expecting a tip in the first place? When did we make tipping mandatory? Nigga, hold this $5 and be grateful. Nigga, I'm broke too. Federal minimum wage is $7. We're counseling people for tipping $10. Bitch, I'm 30% over. Be happy. Because if you can't afford to tip, don't eat out. Damn, you succubus! Fuck! Damn! So you're saying because I can't supplement an entire adult's income, I can enjoy a triple dipper from Applebee's? Is that not crazy? Also, why are we signing these maximum work, minimum wage contracts? Willingly. That's free slavery. Nigga signed his life over for $2.50 plus tips. Nigga, you gotta go apply to the plantation. Nigga, they got better benefits over there for sure. Gotta have a deal on cheap cotton at least. Mad at me over a tip. Nigga, go talk to your CEO, buddy. Set up a conference meeting. Go jump that nigga, bro. I didn't see niggas get beat up for less. Also, the people that are complaining about tips don't deserve tips. We got a host flipping iPads talking about it's gonna ask you a few questions. Nigga, fuck you and them questions, bitch. If I'm picking up the order, scanning the order, nigga, typing the order in, nigga, paying for my order, I'm pushing a card, and what the fuck am I tip? Bitch, you owe me a tip. Nigga, I'm working. At this point, I work at this bitch. I might as well fill the application out too. You flip the... If I'm doing all of your job, and I'm answering the questions, niggas owe me money. Nigga, we need to start reverse tipping niggas. From now on, when a nigga asks me for a tip, I'ma write some shit down. I'ma jot some shit down on the paper and hand it to you. I got a few tips for you, buddy.
Tip your servers and your bartenders when you go out to eat. I've seen a rise recently in people railing against tipping culture and maybe just a willingness to admit that they don't tip or they don't want to tip. I get it. Like, tipping culture in America, it sucks. It sucks that businesses aren't required to pay people who are working incredibly hard a living wage. That sucks. But it doesn't matter. If you are taking a stand like you're Mr. Pink in Reservoir Dogs, all you're doing is hurting somebody that's a fellow human being that's doing a good job. Or even if they're not doing a good job, it doesn't matter. They're working and they deserve to be compensated for their time. They are helping you out by providing you with a service. So tip your servers, tip your bartenders. Don't be a jerk.
Where do you guys stand on tipping and tipping culture as a whole? The reason I ask is because my husband and I just went and got massages at Hand and Stone Massage over in Riverstone, which is near Sugar Land, Texas. It was phenomenal. We had a great experience. It's the first time that we've been there. So of course, like when you're checking out, they try to sell you the membership, which I was very easily sold on because I get sold very easily on pretty much anything. Great experience. Highly recommend it. Very excited for the next one. But at the very end, the girl who's at the front desk asked, oh, do you want to add gratuity onto this? To which normally in a service, I'm like, oh yeah, of course, like absolutely. Like I assume that I'm going to be tipping for serviced individuals, but there was just something that was so grimy to me about having to be verbally asked. Because to me, it's just like, it's kind of like a shameful experience. Like you're almost being shamed into having to tip as opposed to just being given the option to tip. Maybe I'm just like making more of a deal out of this than I should, because again, obviously, like I work in the service industry, so I think that tips are always appreciated, but working in a med spa, like it's appreciated, but it's not expected. I expect to tip when I don't get my nails, I do my nails at home anymore, but like when I would go get my nails, and I expect to tip there. When I get my hair done, it's expected to tip there. When you go to a restaurant, it's expected to tip there. But my thing is like, when you're paying a set rate and a very large set rate for certain services. I don't know, to me, I'm like, why don't you just increase your rate so that way you don't have to worry about having to ask to be tipped? Plus, as a consumer, it's also just a little bit icky feeling to be asked this as opposed to just having like a pad presented to me to give with different options. Like, I am so much more likely to tip a higher amount if you just hand over the thing. Like in my office, we just hand it over and we say, okay, this is going to be the amount. And then it gives them a tip screen if they want a tip, and they have the option to either no tip and then different percentages. I'm much more likely to then choose then, oh yeah, 20%. 15%, 10%, whatever the case is. But when there's other people in the lobby and I'm verbally asked, would you like to add gratuity? What's the other option? It's either I come off as an asshole when I say no, or if I'm like, oh yes, then you're like, well, how much would you like to tip? And I'm like, fuck, now I have to mentally do math. I don't know. There is just something so icky to me about verbally being asked if I want to tip somebody when I was already going to. But now I have to verbally give you a number in front of other people so that way you either know how much of a great tipper I am or how cheap I am. When in all reality, I just think that we should just get rid of tipping when it comes to these larger serviced items. Just add it into your price point. When I'm already paying $130 for a massage, I don't know, increase it to $140, $145, $150. I would much rather pay a higher rate, not having to worry about the tipping option, than the reverse. And again, back up here, this is getting pretty long, but if the massage was like $75, then I'd be like, okay, yeah, let me throw in an extra 30, let's make it an even 105. And then they're taking home more. But like, I don't know. It's grimy. Tipping's grimy. I think we've gotten out of hand with it in America. And I don't know. Where do you guys stand on it?
Wow, $5 for ground beef. Even beat Walmart. Ground beef is getting expensive, y'all.
How much are people spending for groceries? A month, we're probably doing $1,200, $1,400. To be honest, it's probably more like $1,500. I feel like every week it's $300 at the normal grocery store. And then like 2 weeks ago, I went to Costco and spent $500. So I got like peanut butter and things like that will keep for a while. And like do all my restocks there of like things that we use all the time. But yeah, I mean, if you figure you're doing that once a month or twice a month, that's $1,000 right there. That's not including the regular grocery store. So I'm just curious, like, how much are people spending in groceries? We have 4 kids, 2 adults, so a family of 6. And our kids are getting older, so they're eating more. We used to be able to feed chicken breast, like 2 chicken breasts and cut them into pieces. And the kids, we could feed everybody really cheaply. Tonight we had chicken legs. My husband got them on sale. So I think it was like 12 legs for $6 or something. It was really cheap.
Apparently, I've shopped at Aldi's for so long that I didn't realize a bag of chips is 7 doll hairs. Don't even get me started on a case of soda pop, $8.99. Don't even go to the meats or the produce because holy shit, they're robbing us blind. Where's Robin Hood? But no, seriously, I normally shop at Aldi's, and I mean, I must have my Aldi's blinders on because these prices are absolutely outrageous. I have a great job. I make a great living. I need to understand how people are surviving. This shit is cuckoo-ka-frickin' I don't know. If you've seen some outrageous prices, I want you to drop them down below because people need to know. These grocery stores be nickel and diming. Also, wasn't it Kroger that came out and said that they've been price gouging? They sure did. There was a news article about it, and I'm guessing they're still doing it because, holy shit, I barely got a handful of items, and it was like $150.
This is nothing new, but I can just not comprehend in my brain how getting groceries for literally one dinner and not even all of our lunch and breakfast meal prep, because thankfully we already have some at home. Y'all, please tell me how five bags, okay? One of those bags is literally just milk. Please tell me how that is $75. Like, I don't know what to do. I don't understand how we're supposed to live without a credit card. Because after our bills are paid, I can't. I literally can't.
All right, so I was gonna save the groceries to show you guys my grocery haul. I'm just gonna tell you. I got 2 dragon fruit, a bag of cotton candy grapes, these bananas, and these bananas. And can you guess how much I spent? Honestly. Well, it was $53. And just for the 2 dragon fruit, $25.37. Can we talk about this? Because like I can't do it anymore. This is actually insane. That wasn't even like full groceries. Like I just wanted to get my fruit and like cut it up, get it prepared. But like $53. This is getting out of fucking control.
I just spent $400 on groceries for the week. I swear, like 2 years ago, maybe the amount that I just bought, I paid $200, if that. Like, oh my god.
Like $9 down there per pound. Like, this is fucking highway robbery, Walmart, and you guys need to be fucking stopped. Like $9 per pound. What is that? Lean stewed meat for $9. This is the same fucking shit. Like, this is crazy.
Oh my god.
It's $92.
As for me and my house, we will now be on a steady rotation of great value pizzas, poop on a shingle, if you know, you know, and hamburger helper and a rotisserie chicken, a $5 rotisserie chicken, because ain't nobody trying to pay these prices out here no more. Okay? $33 at Dairy Queen? No, thank you. Cost me like like $15 just to make hamburger helper now. A great value pizza, almost $10. Yeah. Okay. So if anybody's got any super cheap recipes, you know, like a bowl of cereal, and that's depending on what kind of cereal we get, because cereal is getting pretty pricey too. Yeah, so maybe, you know, slice of bread. I don't know. Yeah. We're done eating out. Don't ask us to eat out no more. And don't ask us to bring the pork chops or the steaks or whatever, because we're not.
Y'all, this is crazy. As a mom of 3 and a wife trying to cook healthy for her family, we just spent almost $500 on groceries, getting everything that we needed for the next 2 weeks to eat healthier. Honestly, it's cheaper to eat unhealthy, which is what's wrong with America nowadays. But I want to kind of show you guys what we got. We're trying to eat healthier, and we're just trying to eat just overall just whole foods, clean foods, and more veggies and fruits. So this is what we got for $500. So we got the skinny green popcorns. This one my husband got. I just don't mind him. We have these 2 cereals. So we got romaine lettuce, bell peppers, limes, cauliflower. We're doing whole nuts, frozen broccoli. We have cucumbers here. We have avocados, lemons. We have green beans. We have spinach. We have our tomatoes. We have this for our shakes or for our parfaits that we're going to be eating. We have more of these, butter. We have a bunch of just different black beans and peas, beets, lentils. We got some of these to eat with, cottage cheese, strawberries. We have these dark chocolate little morsels, bell peppers, rice cakes, mandarins, more of these. We have some zucchinis, turkey bacon, sweet potatoes. We got organic bananas, corn. We're doing low carb flour tortillas. Obviously our watermelon. And then for right now, for dinner, we found these at Sam's Club that are actually really, really good for you. Then let me show you what we got as far as just like fruits and then other stuff here in the fridge. We're going shopping. We were dividing everything into like 4 categories. So with our produce, our proteins, our grains, and our breads, we are trying to avoid the breads right now because we do not want to gain those extra carbs. As far as proteins, we bought eggs. I bought a bunch of chicken. We bought chicken, salmon. We have some lean steaks in here, a bunch of chicken, and then we have some ground turkey. We're going to be making some stuffed peppers. And then as well as for milks, we are switching over to almond milk and oat milk, but this time we just got almond milk. So let me show you what we got. So we got these 3 almond milks, and then we have just other stuff that we have from here. This is for the kids because they just like their milk. But for us, mommy and daddy, my husband loves chocolate milk, so he had to get this one. But we're getting 2 of these plant-based almond milks to sub for just regular milk. And then as well as we're stocked up on veggies and even more. We got our mandarins, lemons, peaches, grapes, limes, apples, strawberries, which is overall just more just clean eating. It hasn't been easy, but honestly at this point in our life and our stage, we really want to just take care of our health. We want to eat more whole foods, and as well as just take care of our family, our lives, our health. So we're slowly transitioning, but honestly, America needs to like get it together because at this point, it is honestly cheaper to eat freaking fast food. Because how are you going to tell me that a cheeseburger and french fries is like, what, $4 or $5 now? And all of this is equaling almost $1,000, I'm exaggerating, but like almost $1,000, $500, which is insane. Yeah, that's what $400 gets you here. Yeah, girl.
Guys, how are people surviving? 4 packets of Checkers groceries, 2 packs of nappies, and 2 packs of wet wipes, like the 3 packs. 2,495 Rand. Like, what? Anyway, I thought I would just highlight some of the ones where I saved money. I saved 379 Rand and 16 cents with my Checkers savings card. But like, how disgustingly expensive. And I like literally bought nothing. Like, I literally bought snacks for school and like some basic top-ups that we needed for cleaning supplies. But anyway, let me tell you about some of the savings. So if you are like me, oh my goodness, snacks from Checkers, so great. So you get 3 and you get 16% off, I think that was. So instead of paying $16.99, I paid 15 Rand 50 a packet. Then I bought the dreaded nappies. Whoever tells you guys that Lovey's is cheaper, I mean, yes, they are, because you're buying smaller packs for less nappies. But I mean, they don't make big packs of pull-ups, so it works out more expensive. Anyway, I bought these marked down. So these were, I'm trying to find them on slips. I paid $2.59 a pack, so that was great savings. Wet wipes, guys. So these are great because they've got like the plastic lid on the inside, so they seal and they don't dry out. But normally it's about 99 Rand for 1 pack, and Checkers had them on sale 2 packs for 160 Rand. And then my other big saving, I know it's a treat in a house, but it's Stay Soft. So Stay Soft was 2 of them for 58 Rand. So I felt like that was a good special. I did go at a time where it's not really like specials for the month, but I mean, we needed this stuff. 2 of these little Nivea body washes were also marked down. I can't remember how much I saved. Oh, I saved 60 Rand by buying 2 of them. So 60 Rand. They were 89.99 each. So 60 Rand savings there. And then that was like all the big savings. Some other stuff that I got was you get 2 packs of these for 70 Rand. So 2 mini cheddars for 70 Rand and then 2 of these for 70 Rand. These are nice like Friday lunchbox top-ups. I also bought some strips, but they weren't savings on these. These were 20 Rand a strip. And that's what I bought. Like, how sad. I literally bought such basic stuff. But I cannot believe 4 packets is now 2,495 Rand. However, get yourselves a Checker savings card and you will save like I did. I always try buy the specials, or I like compare the specials to what the real prices are. And then they have this new thing where like you can get a new Checkers card, but I mean, I don't know much details about it, but you can basically buy now, pay later and save 15% on your purchase. I did not do that because it's a trap in credit, but I mean, if it's for you, go for it. Bye.
Anybody else have to go to like 3-4 supermarkets to do their full entirety grocery shopping? Like, I wish there was just one supermarket that has perfect fruits, perfect vegetables, and just like, yeah, I gotta go to 4 supermarkets. This is work. It's work, people.
Really have to tell y'all what just happened to me. So I went to Starbucks, right? Mind you, I work at Starbucks as well, but I just work at a different location. So when I walk in, the girl is so freaking sweet to me. She's literally the sweetest girl in the freaking world. I was like, hey, can I get a cheese Danish? She was like, yeah, of course. So then the tip sign shows up and she was like, it's just gonna ask you a question. Da, da, da. Why would I tip you for unpackaging a pre-packaged pastry, putting it in the oven, putting it in a bag, and handing it to me? I don't even understand Starbucks tipping. Like, why are we tipping at Starbucks? And I'm saying that as a Starbucks employee. In Ohio, the starting pay for a Starbucks is $15 an hour. Why are we getting tipped? So obviously I hit 0. As soon as I hit 0, customer service went down. Then as soon as I hit 0, she looked at the screen and she was like, I'll have that right out. I was like, oh, let me put on my acting skills real quick. When I first came in, as soon as I hit 0, it'll be right out. All you're doing is just making me a coffee, something I can do at home, but I just decided to go somewhere else.
I asked my table for a tip after they were gonna stiff me. And I don't care how much hate I get for this. Everybody talks about tipping culture this, tipping culture that. No, but let me break it down for you, okay? It's Saturday night. I'm being told I'm going to get a party of 16, which I said, great, bring it on. Let's go. Easy money. So I thought, okay? So the party of 16 gets sat in my section. They take up 3 tables in my section. So when you get sat at a party, you usually get skipped in rotation a few times because you're dealing with a big party. I get to the table, I introduce myself, I do my whole spiel. Before I'm finished even speaking, one guy's like, whoa, hey, stop. He said, hold on. He said, you're not going to talk to them, you're going to talk to me. I'm going to order everybody's food and then I'll give you the drinks. I said, okay, perfect. What are we having a drink? He said, no, I'm going to give you the food first and then I'm going to give you the drinks. I said, okay, perfect. What will you be having? He ordered 6 vegetarian combos, which comes 2 veggie patties, 2 protein pancakes, egg whites, and a side of fruit. He said, but we don't want egg whites. All of the egg whites, change them out for hash browns. On those hash browns, I want you to add jalapenos and onions. Great, let's do that. Then he proceeds to order 7 omelets. 7 omelets, which come with 3 pancakes each. Okay, perfect. After that, when he gives me the drinks, he orders 15 waters, no ice, 14 hot chocolates with whipped cream, and 1 regular coffee with regular milk. Okay? I said, perfect. I've sent in the order for you. He said, and make it quick because we have somewhere to be. That's where I almost lost my shit. Because how do you come out to a restaurant, order 7 omelets, and tell me to hurry up? I said, you know what, sir? There is other people in this restaurant. It probably won't come out as fast as you'd like it to, but we will definitely try our best. Okay? When I tell you that the kitchen got this food out in like that, the kitchen got this food out quick. I had 2 other servers help me run food. We were all carrying a bunch of hot plates. Took it to the table. They got everything that they needed. Before the food got to their table, they all had already napkins, syrup, hot sauce. They had everything they could have needed to enjoy their meal. So they enjoy their food, whatever. I'm checking on them. They keep saying everything's great. When it came down to give them the check, I gave the check to the guy who was like, oh, I'm going to order everything. I'm going to pay for everything. Okay, great. I gave him the check. The check was $320 with some change. And when it came to pay, he pays me cash. He gives me $321, which means no tip. And I was like, okay. So I went to the table. There's no tip at the table, anything. I said, okay, I'm going to go ask him. So I went up to him. I said, excuse me, sir. You only gave me $321. I just wanted to ensure that this was accurate. You're not going to leave any gratuity. I just wanted to make sure everything came out to your expectations. You enjoyed your food. Everything was to your liking. And, you know, I just want to make sure. He said, well, I didn't know it was mandatory. I said, no, it's not mandatory. I just wanted to ensure that this was accurate, that nobody took the tip off the table or anything like that. This man pulls out a $50 bill, gives it to me, kind of like, here's your tip and shut the fuck up, get out my face type shit, which I don't give a fuck, because how dare you go out to eat in a party of 16 on a tab of $320 and not tip? And I feel like nobody was going to believe me, so I saved the check. I'm going to show y'all. This check is literally half my size. I'm not even playing with you right now. Like, okay, $320, right? Minimum 15% gratuity would have been $48. So he basically just gave me the minimum, which is fine. But if you don't got money to go to tip on your meal, don't even go out to eat. And I'm not talking like, oh, like if you're by yourself and you get a $15 meal, I'm not saying leave $30 tip. No, like not everybody's set up like that. Not everybody knows the industry. But how dare you go out to eat? 16 people, rack up a tab of $320. Be rude to your fucking server. Enjoy your service still and not fucking tip. I don't care. I did what the fuck I did. I don't give a fuck. And my servers, I know y'all felt that shit. Sometimes we just gotta sit here and make sure, because the fuck? I wanted him to admit to me that he wasn't leaving me a tip on a $320 tab. I wanted him to admit to me that he came out to eat with 16 of his friends and family members and decided not to tip. I wanted him to admit it. I would have been fine. Okay, cool. That's the type of person you are. But he gave me my tip, so whatever. But nobody was gonna believe me. Look how fucking big this.
You know when your customer's paying cash and they tell you to keep the change, but the change is literally just like $1 or even worse, just like some coins? I'm gonna tell you guys what I used to do when I was a server that is a little toxic, but would sometimes get them to put more cash down for me. This method works best when it's like a group and there's one person paying, because you're gonna want them to see this, and when it's like an extra offensive amount, like literally coins on the table. Say the customer's tab is like $127.50, and they give me like $130 and tell me to keep the change. I would get the coins and the $2 and put it back on the table. I would say something like, I got confused when I was counting the change and I really don't want to mess it up, so took the cash for your bill. If you want to tip me in cash, feel free to leave it on the table. Thank you guys again. Have a good night. It's perfect if it's like a group, they hear me say that and they look and see that I put a miscellaneous amount of coins on the table along with 2 single dollar bills. Usually, either the person that's paying is going to be partially embarrassed, or somebody else at the table is going to be like, what the fuck? It's a 6 top and you left 2 crumb ass dollar bills on the table, and they'll usually drop something. Or maybe the person paying the bill actually did it on accident and they'll fix it. Only like a 40% chance that it works, but it's better than nothing, and it's better than taking a fat L. A girl can try.